Many people around the world think of the United States as a land of towering skyscrapers, sprawling cities, and a hub of business and innovation. But what few realize is that the US is also home to an incredible variety of natural wonders, places that have been shaped over millions of years by powerful forces of nature. From the lush rainforests of the Pacific Northwest to the sun-baked deserts of the Southwest, from towering mountain ranges to pristine coastlines, the natural beauty of America is as diverse as it is stunning. So today, let's take a journey across the country to discover some of these breathtaking landscapes that showcase just how wild and wonderful the US really is. Let's start with Hawaii, a tropical paradise known for its stunning islands and fiery volcanic landscapes. Maui, often called the Valley Isle, is famous for its dramatic scenery, where lush valleys meet rugged coastlines. Nearby is Molokai, a partially submerged volcanic crater that has become a popular snorkeling destination thanks to its crystal-clear waters and vibrant marine life, making it feel like an underwater paradise. On Maui, there's also Haleakala, which translates to House of the Sun. You have to wake up early to see the sunrise from its peak, but it's worth every minute of lost sleep. In Maui's rainforest, you'll find Hanakoho Falls, a beautiful twin waterfall hidden in the lush greenery. Moving on to Oahu, the island that most people picture when they think of Hawaii. With its emerald mountains and golden beaches, Oahu is a mix of city life and untouched nature. The Kulo Mountains stretch across the island, with misty ridges and towering peaks. One of Oahu's gems is Kualoa, a sacred area with striking cliffs and valleys. It's such a dramatic landscape that it's often used in movies. Then there's Diamond Head, or Liahi, a crater that rises above Honolulu. It's a tough hike to the top, but you'll be rewarded with an unforgettable view. If you're into surfing, North Shore is the place to be in the winter. The waves here are massive, making it a haven for pro surfers. Heading over to the big island of Hawaii, where everything is on a grander scale. Mauna Loa is the largest volcano in the world in terms of both volume and area, and it's still considered active. Then there's Kalaya, which has been erupting on and off for years. At the Halimomo crater, you can see the molten lava glow, a sight that makes it feel like the Earth itself is alive. On Kauai, the oldest island of Hawaii, you'll find the mist-covered Waialeo Mountain, one of the wettest spots on Earth. The heavy rainfall feeds into the dramatic Napali coast, where rugged sea cliffs drop straight into the turquoise waters. Now, let's move north, way north to the wilds of Alaska, where nature is on a scale that's hard to comprehend. Start with Denali National Park, home to Denali, North America's tallest peak, rising majestically above the surrounding landscape. The park's vast wilderness is filled with wildlife, including grizzly bears, moose, and caribou, making it one of the best places to experience true Alaskan wilderness. Further south, Glacier Bay National Park offers a stunning display of enormous glaciers flowing into the ocean, with seals and sea lions lounging on floating icebergs. This area is best explored by boat, where you can witness massive chunks of ice calving into the sea, a truly awe-inspiring sight. Heading inland from the coast, you'll find the rugged landscape of Katmai National Park and Preserve. This remote area is famous for its iconic brown bears fishing for salmon at Brooks Falls, creating a scene that feels like a live-action nature documentary. It's not directly part of the Aleutian Islands, but Katmai's wild beauty and abundant wildlife make it one of Alaska's must-see natural wonders. Near Juneau, the Mendenhall Glacier is a massive river of ice, surrounded by scenic mountains with shimmering blue ice caves you can actually walk inside. It's one of the most accessible glaciers in Alaska and offers a fantastic introduction to the state's icy wonders. And that's not the only glacier around here. Closer to Anchorage, the Knik Glacier winds its way through the Chugach Mountain, feeding into braided rivers below and offering stunning helicopter tours for those who want a bird's eye view. If you head to Kenai Fjords, you'll be greeted by the dramatic scenery of Exit Glacier and the serene beauty of the Song on the Surrection Bay, where glaciers spill into the ocean and create icebergs of all shapes and sizes. There's also the Glacier Bay area, where enormous glaciers flow down into pristine waters, often with seals lounging around on floating ice. Alaska is full of hidden gems, too. Girdwood is a small town tucked into the mountains, surrounded by scenic views and wild terrain, perfect for a nature escape. When you've just seen some of the breathtaking natural wonders of Hawaii and Alaska, which show that when it comes to nature, the United States is far more than just big cities and bright lights. So next time you think of America, remember that some of its greatest sights aren't built by human hands, but shaped by nature's powerful forces over millions of years. Now let's move to the West Coast and explore some of the United States' most iconic landscapes, starting with California. California isn't just about Hollywood and Silicon Valley. It's also home to some of the most diverse natural scenery in the country. From scorching deserts to towering redwoods, this state has it all. In the deserts of California, you'll find Death Valley. One of the hottest places on Earth, it's a land of extremes. Within this valley is Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, where the salt flats stretch out like an endless white blanket. From the desert, head to Yosemite National Park, one of California's most iconic natural wonders. The park is famed for its massive granite cliffs, including El Capitan and the towering Half Dome, which attract rock climbers and hikers from around the world. During certain times of the year, Horsetail Fall glows bright orange in the setting sun, a rare phenomenon known as the firefall. Nearby, Bridalveil Fall cascades down with a misty spray that catches the sunlight, creating a breathtaking view. On drive to Taiga Pass for sweeping alpine vistas, or visit Mariposa Grove, where you'll find the giant sequoias, some of the oldest and largest trees on Earth, standing as living monuments to nature's endurance. If you're looking for something more coastal, then head to Big Sur. The rugged cliffs and turquoise waters make this part of Highway 1 among the most scenic drives in the world. Don't miss Bixby Creek Bridge, an engineering marvel, or McWay Falls, which tumbles directly into the ocean below. Then there's Sequoia National Park, home to the mighty General Sherman tree. This giant sequoia is the largest tree on Earth by volume, although it's not the tallest or widest. Its massive trunk has been standing for over 2,000 years, making it an awe-inspiring natural wonder. Nearby, the wild landscape of Joshua Tree National Park is dotted with its namesake Joshua trees and strange rock formations like Skull Rock, which, as the name suggests, looks eerily like a giant skull. California's volcanic past can be seen at Lassen Volcanic National Park. Lassen Peak is one of the largest plugged dome volcanoes in the world. The park's geothermal features, like Bumpus Hell, bubble and steam, while Cinder Cone, a perfectly formed volcanic cone, rises out of the landscape. Let's not forget about the beautiful Mono Lake, with its otherworldly tufa towers, or the tranquil waters of Mammoth Lakes, which sit beneath snow-capped peaks. In spring, the California poppies bloom, painting the hillsides in bright orange. Heading east, we arrive in Nevada. While most people think of bright lights and casinos, Nevada's natural beauty is just as dazzling. The harsh beauty of Black Rock Desert comes alive every year with colorful events like Burning Man, but Fly Geyser, a rainbow-colored geothermal wonder, is there year-round. Red Rock Canyon, just outside Las Vegas, offers stunning hikes through vibrant sandstone cliffs. And then there's Valley of Fire State Park. The red rocks here are shaped into arches, domes, and bizarre formations that make you feel like you're on another planet. One of the most stunning spots shared between California and Nevada is Lake Tahoe. The water here is so clear, it's like looking through glass. The lake is surrounded by pine-covered mountains and is a year-round playground for outdoor enthusiasts. Next, let's move on to Utah, a state known for its surreal desert landscapes and vibrant red rocks. Zion National Park greets visitors with its towering canyon walls and the challenging hike to Angel's Landing. Further south, Bryce Canyon is a natural amphitheater filled with thousands of hoodoos, tall spires of rock that seem almost too fragile to exist. The nearby Capitol Reef National Park showcases massive rock domes and twisting canyons that look like they belong on another planet. The Goblin Valley, with its strange mushroom-shaped rocks, feels like a scene straight out of a science fiction movie. Don't miss Arches National Park, with its over 2,000 natural stone arches, or the sprawling beauty of Canyonlands, where the Colorado and Green Rivers carve out dramatic canyons. And Dead Horse Point offers a breathtaking overlook with sweeping views of the Colorado River winding far below. The Grand Staircase Escalante area is so remote, it feels like stepping back in time. Zebra Slot Canyon, with its narrow, striped walls, is an adventure just to get to. And then there's Factory Butte, a towering formation that looks like an alien fortress. On the border of Utah and Arizona is Monument Valley, where iconic buttes and mesas rise out of the red desert floor, a place you've probably seen in countless Western movies. Moving deeper into Arizona, we encounter some of the state's most breathtaking landscapes. The Grand Canyon, one of the world's most famous natural wonders, showcases layers of geological history in a spectacular scale that no photograph can truly capture. Close by is Antelope Canyon, a narrow slot canyon where light beams dance through twisting rock formations, creating a magical interplay of colors. Arizona's deserts are also home to Saguaro National Park, where towering saguaro cacti, some over 100 years old, create a classic desert scene. In Sedona, the red rock formations are known for their vortex sites, which some believe have mystical energy. One of the highlights here is the Three Sisters Red Rocks, named for its trio of slender spires that resemble three sisters standing side by side. The unique shape and striking red color make it a popular spot for photography. But Arizona's natural wonders don't end there. From canyons to craters, Barringer Crater, also known as Meteor Crater, is an impressive impact site formed by a meteor collision over 50,000 years ago. It's one of the best preserved impact craters on Earth and serves as a significant research site, though it's not the largest crater in the world. Further south, the Chiricahua National Monument is filled with towering rock columns formed by ancient volcanic activity, creating a surreal landscape often referred to as a wonderland of rock. Shifting our focus to the regions straddling both Arizona and Utah, we find the Vermilion Cliffs, a stunning area of colorful rock layers sculpted by wind and water, where the famous wave, a sandstone marvel resembling a frozen ocean wave, captivates visitors. Further along, Glen Canyon's Horseshoe Bend offers a jaw-dropping view of the Colorado River, curving in a perfect horseshoe shape, while nearby, Lake Powell's deep blue waters, framed by sheer red cliffs, provide the ultimate playground for boating and kayaking. Leaving behind the canyons and deserts of Utah and Arizona, let's travel to the colorful landscapes of New Mexico and beyond. New Mexico is full of surprises, starting with Shiprock. This towering rock formation rises dramatically from the flat desert floor. It's sacred to the Navajo people and has a presence that can be felt from miles away. Then there's White Sands National Park. Imagine miles of glistening white dunes stretching as far as the eye can see. It's like a giant sandbox made entirely of soft gypsum sand. One of the state's most fascinating places is Carlsbad Caverns. Beneath the desert surface lies a massive network of caves filled with stalactites, stalagmites, and deep, echoing chambers. Exploring these caverns feels like stepping into an underground cathedral. Leaving behind the underground wonders of Carlsbad Caverns and the pristine dunes of White Sands, let's journey to one of New Mexico's most otherworldly landscapes, the Biste-Danazin Wilderness. This remote stretch of desert in the state's northwest corner feels like stepping onto another planet. Eroded over millions of years, Biste is filled with strange rock formations, hoodoos and balanced rocks that seem to defy gravity. Towering spires, mushroom-shaped rocks, and petrified wood scatter the area, creating a surreal landscape. The name Biste means Badlands in Navajo, but there's nothing bad about wandering through this alien terrain. Each turn reveals a new sculpture carved by nature, giant, crumbling rocks stacked like teetering totems, and wind-swept ridges painted in shades of red, gray, and black. If you're lucky, you might stumble upon the famous cracked eggs, a cluster of rounded rocks that look like they're splitting open, revealing their colorful insides. Whether it's sunrise or sunset, the light transforms these formations into something almost magical, making Biste a photographer's paradise. It's not a place you'll find crowds, only silence and the whispers of the wind, adding to its mystique and allure. Now, let's head to Colorado, the state that truly defines the Rocky Mountain spirit. Ouray, known as the Switzerland of America, is a charming mountain town surrounded by steep cliffs and alpine scenery. The San Juan Mountains are some of the most rugged peaks in the Rockies, and they're perfect for hiking, skiing, or just taking in the view. Mesa Verde National Park offers a peek into the past with its ancient cliff dwellings built by the ancestral Puebloans. These stone homes are perched high up in the cliffs, telling a story of a civilization long gone. If you prefer something more dramatic, the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs is a must-see. The red rock formations rise up like sentinels, creating a stunning contrast against the backdrop of snow-capped mountains. For classic mountain scenery, the Maroon Bells are a picture-perfect sight. The Twin Peaks reflect off a tranquil lake, surrounded by golden aspens in the fall. It's one of the most photographed spots in Colorado, and it's easy to see why. Rifle Falls State Park is another hidden gem. Here, waterfalls cascade over limestone cliffs into a lush green grotto. It's a small park, but feels like a secret garden, perfect for a peaceful retreat. Moving on, the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve offers a surreal landscape of massive sand hills framed by rugged mountains. With the tallest dunes in North America, it's a unique destination where you can even try sandboarding if you're up for an adventure. Heading north to Montana, Glacier National Park feels like stepping into a postcard. Jagged peaks, turquoise lakes, and over 24 active glaciers make this park a paradise for hikers and photographers alike. Next, we move to Wyoming, home to some of America's most iconic parks. Yellowstone, the world's first national park, is a geothermal wonderland. Old Faithful, the park's famous geyser, erupts regularly, shooting boiling water high into the air. Nearby, Grand Prismatic Spring appears like a giant, multicolored eye. Its vivid hues are created by heat-loving bacteria, adding to its surreal beauty. The Yellowstone River has carved out the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, a dramatic gorge lined with thundering waterfalls. The Firehole River, on the other hand, is a unique spot where you can actually swim in hot spring heated waters. Norris Geyser Basin, the hottest thermal area in Yellowstone, is shrouded in steam rising from the ground, creating an eerie, otherworldly atmosphere. In contrast, Mammoth Hot Springs is a terraced wonderland of white, orange, and yellow formed by mineral deposits, making it a natural marvel. Just south of Yellowstone is Grand Teton National Park. The sharp, craggy peaks of the Teton Range rise abruptly from the valley floor, creating one of the most dramatic mountain vistas in the country. Moving west to Washington State, the natural beauty is on a whole different scale. Olympic National Park is a landscape of distinct ecosystems, each offering unique experiences. The park's diverse regions include rugged coastlines, lush rainforests, and alpine meadows, separated by vast distances. You can only access them through different routes, making it feel like multiple parks in one. The Hoh Rainforest, with its moss-covered trees and misty atmosphere, feels like something out of a fairy tale. Meanwhile, the windswept beaches along the coast and the snow-capped peaks of the Olympic Mountains offer stunning contrasts. Further north, the North Cascades National Park is a hidden gem of jagged peaks and glaciers. It's one of the least visited national parks, which means more solitude to enjoy its pristine wilderness. Diablo Lake, with its surreal turquoise waters, is a highlight. The lake's vibrant color reflects the towering mountains that surround it, creating a magical scene. Mount Rainier National Park is dominated by the mighty Mount Rainier, an active volcano that towers over the Seattle skyline. In summer, the meadows around its base burst into bloom with wildflowers, painting the landscape in vibrant colors. And then there's Snoqualmie Falls, just a short drive from Seattle. This stunning waterfall plunges nearly 270 feet into a mossy canyon below. It's a popular spot, but its power and beauty never fail to impress. Continuing our journey, we now head to Oregon, a state where natural beauty is on full display, from dramatic coastlines to towering volcanic peaks. One of Oregon's crown jewels is Crater Lake, the deepest lake in the United States. Formed by a collapsed volcano, the lake's intense blue color is simply mesmerizing. Right in the middle sits Wizard Island, a small cinder cone that rises out of the water like a mysterious island from a storybook. For those who love waterfalls, Multnomah Falls is a must-see. It's Oregon's tallest waterfall and drops in 2 tiers, creating a picture-perfect view right out of a postcard. And if you're on the coast, don't miss Thor's Well. It's a natural sinkhole that looks like the ocean is draining away into the earth, creating a dramatic scene during high tide. The Oregon coast is also home to the Sea Lion Caves, the largest sea cave in the U.S., where you can watch these playful creatures in their natural habitat. In the remote southeastern corner of the state, the Alvord Desert is a hidden gem. A dry lake bed surrounded by mountains, it's a stark yet beautiful landscape where you can see for miles. Spring Creek is another serene spot with crystal clear waters and lush surroundings. It's ideal for a peaceful day of fishing or a gentle kayak trip. And let's not forget the Palos, a region shared by Oregon and Idaho. The rolling hills covered in vibrant green wheat fields look like a giant patchwork quilt draped over the landscape. Speaking of Idaho, this state also has its share of natural wonders. Shoshone Falls, often called the Niagara of the West, is even taller than Niagara itself. The powerful cascade is particularly impressive in spring when the snowmelt swells the river. The Sawtooth Mountains are another Idaho highlight with their jagged peaks and alpine lakes. It's a playground for hikers, campers, and anyone looking to escape into nature. And that wraps up part 1 of our journey through the wild and wonderful landscapes of the western United States. From Hawaii's volcanic peaks to the soaring redwoods of California, we've seen just a glimpse of the natural beauty that shapes this side of the country. But there's so much more waiting on the horizon. In part 2, we'll venture east to uncover the lush forests, rolling mountains, and majestic coastlines that define the eastern states. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another adventure.